Oh man, oh man. Here we go, yo. Yo, what up, world? What it do? It's your boy C's from theCZLife.com. Welcome back to the people's favorite channel on the internet. Today, discussion. We're going to be talking about the 3 proposals that Aron wants to commit to moving forward, especially in the new year, right? So as soon as these proposals went out, there have been a lot of chatter within the community. And I already see that there's a line drawn in the sand. There are some who want to vote yes on all 3. And then there are some who are like, hell no. And there are some arguments for both sides. And what I want to do is create a platform where these arguments can be discussed. Now, there are 2 sides, like I mentioned, and both sides are kind of barking at each other, right? There are some seasoned apes that been in this play from the beginning, seen all the effery, and then seen the split, held on to their apes, and now they're like, yo. Actually, first off, let's talk about what are the proposals, right? So I have them right here. And whenever this news breaks, there's like so much, news and FUD and everybody just going crazy that it just gets lost in the sauce, right? So I just want to bring sense to it. So instead of all the arguing back and forth, let's put these proposals out on the table and let's discuss them. Okay, so here are the proposals. So 1, convert APE and AMC. So when AMC first came out, right, it was 1-to-1. So it was for every AMC share, there was an APE, right? Now, they're looking to convert them. So instead of splitting them, they're looking to convert them back, right? So bringing 1-to-1 back together. Now, after that, there's a reverse split, which means for every 10 shares that you own, it will be combined to make 1, right? So it's a reverse split, 10-to-1, right, ratio. And to be able to, once that is complete, it's to release more common shares, right, to raise equity and pay off debt, right? He's looking to erase the debt and make AMC whole again, debt free, moving forward, looking to conquer, right? Maybe acquire some different things that'll make AMC a lot stronger. Now, there are people who are like, they like some of it, but not all of it. Now, I was on record when we went from AMC to APE, right? I was on record saying, and I don't know if this is factual, but I was on record saying, is AMC the car and APE is the keys to that car? And when I mentioned, is it the keys to that car? It's like, everybody start your engines, right? That's what I thought T90 was, right? It's like, okay, start your engines. And if your keys to your car does not, start it, then there's something wrong, right? Then there's the thesis like, yo, there is synthetic shares. Now, T90 came, I don't know, right? Now they're looking to that's one where people's like, yeah, I could understand, like, yeah, make it whole again, because, you know what I'm saying? Then you would basically have 2,000 shares, right? Now it's like, okay, then it's going to go into the reverse split, which for wherever every 1,000 shares that you own, it would be 100, right? Or every 100 that you own, it would be 10. People are like, yo, why are we giving the hedge funds a 90% cut? Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, because in order for APE to convert back to AMC, which is one of the arguments, in order for it to convert back to AMC, the shorts must close their positions, right? So even before we make it to step 2, which is the reverse split, they must like buy back all of the shares, right? And if for some reason they're able to escape through that, they're going to shrink the float, right? So that now AMC stock is more volatile. Now, I'm not the sharpest ape, in this play, but these are the things that are going out there. Now, I might be completely wrong in what I'm saying, which is why I want to create a forum for it to be discussed. Like, we should be able to bring both sides to the table, those who are voting yes, right? And those who aren't so enthusiastic about, these conversions and the reverse split, and then what do they call it? Not liquidity, dilution, right? They don't want to do all of that. So I want to bring both sides so that we can both talk, because when you have a conversation happening over here and you have a conversation over there are the apes that's in the middle that are like, damn, I don't know what and then nothing happens, nothing resolves. So we are moving as one unit, 4 million plus strong. We need to move as one. And the key is to divide us, right? You have one side that's voting yes for all three, and then one side who is like, no way. Yo, just buy back our shares, get the SEC to do their job, buy back our shares, and let this squeeze happen, right? But we need to be able to bring both tables, both people to the table and discuss, not argue, but discuss the pros and the cons of both sides, and let those in the middle be the judge of where they're going. But you can't have conversations on both sides, right? So let me know what you think once you see this video. Me, I'm on the side of voting yes. And the reason being is, since being in the market, I see that volatile stocks have low floats, right? And I'm one of those people who have a lot of shares. And, I at the end of the day, I want millions, okay? It doesn't matter if a high float gets me the millions or the low float get me the millions. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that it's in the millions. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to walk away from this play up a couple of M's or a few M's. All right. Now, hey, and everybody has the same sentiments. They're like crying for this like, yo, I bought all these shares. I bought and hold all year long. And then for them to reduce the float, it's still the same value. If somebody was to come and say like, yo, you have 2,000 shares, right? I would give you $10 million for your 2,000 shares, right? Or if somebody like, yo, you have 200 shares, I would give you $10 million for your 200 shares. It's the same outcome. You still going to walk away from the play 10 million up, right? That's what they're trying to convey. Is it true? I don't know. I've seen some crazy ish happen these past couple years, man. And I'm sitting back like, hey, I'm moving with my team that's been fighting with me side by side. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they're looking out for their wallets as well. And so should you. And what makes the most sense for us to like come together and, make this happen, we're going to have to do it. So sit back and, get to it, man. Like, find your closest influencer that you can actually have a conversation with. If you discover this channel, if you're in this play, find your closest person and be like, yo, let's see. Be the mediator. If you're in the middle, like I am, Be the mediator. Reach out to the person that you've been talking to in this play. See if they got access to the larger YouTuber accounts who like basically is have the microphone to talk to the community and see like, yo, don't assume anything. I don't even assume that I'm right. I don't know, right? I don't know. And I know that this play, however long it takes, I already knew what I was getting into going in, right? I didn't put in more than I can lose, right? And I did not like put myself in a vulnerable position where I have to sell off everything, right? And then just pull out, right? I often said when I got into this play, there are going to be some casualties. And some of the casualties we've seen early on, there's a lot of people that sold their apes in AMC and hopped into the Cosm play, GTII, and we see the mess that's happening over there, right? And they're basically starting over because now you sold your position, right? And then now you bought into a new position, and whether it runs or not, you're going to have to spend some time or like pay the taxes. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. But as far as I'm concerned, man, instead of just arguing back and forth, and we always come to this sort of this fork in the road where people draw the line in the sand and like, yo, I don't even want to hear what you got to say over there. I'm right, you're wrong, and that's not how it should be, yo. So come to the table, let's have a discussion, let's voice your concerns. Let's voice your thoughts, right? Your concerns, your fear, your uncertainties, your doubt. Let's voice them, put them out there, and let's have a conversation about them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to hop on and just give the opportunity, whoever is swimming through these algorithms or through the computer and coming across this video. Right. So anyway, I was listening to one of the apes in this play, and he's talking about the hedge funds wanting the 10-to-1. So we're gonna listen to him, right? Let's listen to him real quick. Let me bring him up real quick.
Educational purposes only, and everything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff, so you get the videos. I'll put them out, see them things, see, analyze that data. I want y'all to think about this for a second. Everybody knows how shorting works. Okay, well, I think after 2 years in the game, we all know, but I'm just gonna give you just real quick. If they borrow, not buy, because they don't buy anything. If they buy a stock at $10 and they can short it down from $10 to zero, they made $10 profit per share on that transaction. So the higher they borrow the stock at, the bigger potential of profit for them. But the downside is that the losses can be infinite because the stock can go from $1 to $1 million, theoretically. And this is why the hedgies want us to push AMC back up to $50 without them even working for it. Okay? They want to do this 10-to-1 reverse split so they can get AMC up to $50 again, so they can make a ton of additional money on top of the money they already made, selling us at 72 and pushing it down to 5. They want a do-over. They want to be able to get it back at 50, then they can short it down to $5 again and make $45 a share in profit. That is what they want to do. That is what I believe they're gonna do. Because if at $5, how much are they gonna make? How much are they gonna make shorting it from $5 to $1? $4 a share. If they get it back up to 50 and short it down from 50 to $5, they're making $45 a share. And we know they don't follow the rules. So the minute they get it back to 50, what's going to happen? Failure to the livers. The dog pool volume is going to go through the roof. The naked shorting is going to be outrageous. And who knows, they might even start making some more tokenized stocks on some blockchain and utilizing that to manipulate the price of the stock. So I believe that one of the other reasons they want it back to $50 is so that they can start shorting again and make $45 a share from naked shorting and pushing it back down. Anyway, please leave some comments and tell me what you think. Do you think they want it back at $50 so they can make more profit shorting it back down from $50 to $5 than they would make from shorting it from $5 to $1? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.
All right. So that's one of the apes out there, Donahue, and this is his argument for this 10-to-1 reverse split. His argument is like, yo, they've been shorting it from 72 all the way down to $5, right? To $4 now. And they've been collecting this profit, but they've never been forced to buy back their positions or like return the shares that they borrowed. They've never been forced to. So when this 10-to-1 reverse split brings us back to $50, what's going to stop them from doing such a thing? And yeah, he has some valid points, but I would counter that and say, like, the reason why they're able to do all this crazy stuff, right, and hide these positions is because our float is so big, right? We have a combined with AMC and Ape over 1 billion shares, and there's 4 million of us, right? And they're able to basically play, like sell themselves these shares, right? It's like one short, just like ping pong is what they call it, go back and forth. Like they could park our positions to the side and basically just ping pong back and forth like hot potato back and forth for like over 2 years now and not being forced to sell, right? So my argument is, okay, if they have a lower float, it'll be easier for us to track all of this nonsense that they got going on, right? Now, everybody has the right to, especially if you're in this play, if you are a AMC Ape investor, everybody has that right to like voice their opinion. But it's like bringing it, because we are all independent news channels, right? We are own independent media channels. Now, the mainstream media have more eyeballs on them. And yet there's guys like us who's in the underground who are having these conversations, but they're just like little whispers because we don't have the traction that the other larger YouTubers have, or the mainstream media. That's why having more of these conversations, like agreeing is fine, right? But agreeing gets you nowhere. We need these differences of opinions to come up to the stage, give them a platform, and let's talk, right? So let's find a way to have these conversations, out in the open. And if you're watching, let me know who you are, where you're from. If you're an AMC investor, like what is your position on these 3 proposals? Like, what are your thoughts on the conversion? What are your thoughts on the reverse split? And then what are your thoughts on issuing even more shares to the marketplace to dilute it all? Now, it's going to be at a higher price. Are they going to get apes to buy the new shares at the new price, like at $50 or whatever it starts trading at, if all 3 proposals was to go into effect? So let me know, man. There's I know AMC Bigums, Boss Blunts are all for the conversions. And I know that, let me see, Mr. Donahue, he's not all for it, right? And then I didn't get the stance on Frankie yet, so I'm not sure where he stands. But I would like to have these conversations, man. I know, what's his name? Mastalorian. I don't know where his stance is quite yet, but these are the YouTubers that I'm following. So I don't know his stance quite yet, but we gonna wait, man. We gonna wait and like listen up and kind of figure out, yo, before we put too much dip on our chips, do we have it? Like, let's strategize, man, because this is war. Like, we're at war. This ain't no, like, yeah, we're at war, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't the time to, like, yo. Oh, and also the Marine. I forgot. The Marine also. He's not for this at all. So I know there's people on both sides, man, but let's bring it to the table. No need to call names. No need to like go back and forth. Just like as gentlemen, as strategists, as generals, right, of our troops. Our troops is the shares. Our troops is the our shares, right? And we know the enemy needs our shares. Are we going to just like betray our shares and just let them go just like that, like all willy-nilly? We need as generals. That's how World War II was won. You know, we need the allies. We need the allies, the strong allies to come through. We have like these short sellers. And I want to make this clear as well, right, in regards to the short sellers. Like everybody is demonizing the short sellers. And like your Ken Griffin, your Black Rocks of the world, your Vanguards, your Susquehannas, everybody is demonizing them. But I am actually grateful for them because without them, this play, you know what I mean? No matter, like, you could say what you want, but without them doing what they did, there was no way for us to actually have this type of play, right? So I'm always going to be grateful for their greed and their corruption and their collusions, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be also so grateful for that because you're seeing human nature. We're able to capitalize on human greed, right? And some can say the same about us. Like, who does these greedy people think they are, just like freaking ruining the market by clogging up and buying all these shares and making it all volatile and everything? They could say the same about us. But at the end of the day, they could say whatever they want. We're at war and we're looking to win. We came to win the game. And winning the game is getting what we you know what I mean, generational wealth. 1 million, 2 million, I don't think that's gonna cut it. Like walking out of this play with the ability to, I'm not saying that I would never work again, but walking away from this play where you are financially free and your money can take care of you, your generations to come, the great reset. And then there are people who are on the other end of this play whose generational wealth is in jeopardy, right? There are a lot of millionaires and billionaires in this play who generational wealth, their grandkids might be having to work at Taco Bell because granddad or whoever was being a little greedy and nefarious. There's a lot at stake, man. So just hold your head. I did not foresee us going this long, man. I thought 2022, we would have been wrapped this up, at least 2022 in the first quarter. But then the months just go by. And I didn't wait to be like, oh, I was like, yo, I got to get to work. I got to cash up. So don't sit around. I'm going to keep reiterating this point. Do not sit around waiting for the SEC to do their jobs, for the hedge funds to close their positions. Like, cash up as much as you can and buy these assets at a discount. That is the proven method. You know, as cars, you see, like, I'm seeing news where cars are coming down in value. Like, people are not paying their car notes. Like, they're defaulting on their car notes. Repossession is up. There is so much happening and so much opportunity for you to buy these cars at a discount, throw them on some sort of Uber app or Toro to rent them out. I'm not saying do that, but these are just ideas to capitalize. But if you have no cash, you're not going to be able to do that. You need to be able to have cash ready so that when these opportunities come and then there's discounts, you could pounce on it, right? Like I know like it should have squeezed already, but you can't control that. It's been proven. We've been sitting on this play going on 3 years now, right? We're about to be 3 years in this play. And it's proven like, yo, we can't, no matter how much we scream. I know there's some people that's looking to protest and put their signs up. Yo, man, revolution comes with some dollar bills. If you want some changes, like us moving as one singular hedge fund, like, you know, we have no ties to a specific hedge fund, but as independent retail investors, if we think the same and communicate the same way, we'll be able to move. Because think about it, man. Like, before these apps came along, we would have to call Schwab or Chase Bank and make these trades. We would have to have these brokers and make these trades, right? But now it opened up, and retail is able to be the masters of their own portfolios, be the masters of their own retirement, and they put it in the market. Now you have all this stream of money just coming into the market, and they don't know where to go, what to do. So the seasoned people is like, oh, you guys want to play the game? Come over here, run it up, rug pull, run it up, rug pull. And people just been like getting, you know, the past 2 years, we've been like riding that bull market. And we were like, oh, hell yeah. Like, yo, run it up, run it up, run it up. Now it's drying up. Everybody's pulling out, right? Putting their money into crypto, putting their money into real estate, putting their money into businesses. And retail is just stuck not knowing what to do. Like, we are literally trapped in these positions. Because if we sell, we basically throw in the white towel, they won. But they took their money out of the market without closing their positions. So they're going to have to come back, and we're going to be in the driver's seat. We're going to see their money coming back into the market and having to buy from us. In return, what we were doing, we was buying from them, right? So just sitting and waiting, man. That's it. Just sitting and waiting and holding. Anyway, not financial advice. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let's have this serious conversation. Let's stop the infighting. It seems like I'm the referee. I always got to come on and tell people not to fight. I'm not here to tell you what to feel or how to feel. I just know that when you get to talking, you know, your stress levels just come down, and you're not sweating it anymore. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I got some other work to do that revolves around getting some cashing up, just building my little nest egg. All right, so let me know what you guys think. You know, there's no wrong answers. No matter what anybody tells you, there's nothing wrong or to fear or anything. You'll be all right. With that said, don't forget to drink water, get money, mind your business. Peace.